Hello, this is Vicky, and today I'm going to be showing you a sci-fi story. Today with me is Pavan, and she is going to be asking me questions if it's okay, if it's doing alright, and I can learn from my mistakes if I've done some corrections I have not done yet. So yeah, let's get started. So here is a building which is going up into space. And in space is no one knows, so there are witnesses around trying to solve the problem, and they think it's a massive magnet which is attracting all of the things to blow up into the air. So here is a purple dot, which is someone we're going to be talking about today. And the rest of these people, or dots, which are people, and they're evacuated from the building. And if you want to know what the building is, it is a gadget building where they make types of different inventions. So this is the girl we're going to be talking about. It's called Stella Romain, and here she was such in a rush she needs to get out, and she dropped her briefcase, which is there, and she's running, and because she tripped over, and her briefcase burst open, and it burst, and one of the Zygons were watching. Okay? Now, down. The gadget was jetpack feet. Now, the Zygon did not get hold of them, but he was watching at the time. And there was this old man who was a homeless man, and he was watching at the time. And it says, I would use those jet feet if I was you, because he knew them Zygons, because he'd seen them before. But he didn't, they've never been around before, but so basically it happened before, but someone had solved it, but no one knew how this person had solved it before from back in the history of the Earth. So the Stella was like, okay, yeah, whatever, because she didn't really care at the time, but then she realised she needed to take the advice, but she kept it at the back of my brain anyway. So then she got her jetpack feet while they were trying to chase after her, and she blew up into the air, and she didn't know where she was going. So then she visited Planet Zog, where them jetpack feet had taken her. And she was talking to Planet Zog, and she's like, why is everything floating? Please stop. Because she found that what this stuff is that everything's attracting to the bottom of it, and the Planet Zog is taking it all. So then she decided, I want to give a wish, can I? And Planet Zog says, yes, whatever, do it. So she did, and she said, I wish Zygons will go away and give us a normal life. So it's Planet Zog says, on one condition. Can I live in your house? And she's like, she thought it was a bit of an awkward silence. Okay, fine. So he lived in a house, and when the Planet Zog came to Earth, it shrunk into a small ball which you can put in your pocket, just like a movie from Despicable Me, which is basically where he shrunk a moon and he put it in his pocket. But instead, it's Planet Zog. Now, after they lived happily ever after with no Zygons coming anymore, so they all died off because she got her wish came true. And the homeless man was still there, and he says, so did you solve your problem then, eh? And she says, yep, I did. And that is my story. So what is your feedback for Van?
Have you got a new character to present the problem and explain that you better beware?
Yes. You know this man here, the old homeless man?
Yeah.
He was always warning her, well, not exactly warning, but he was just saying, well, the first part here, yes, he was warning her, but he was just a homeless man who just wanted to help out in life.
Have you stayed on track?
Well, the first one I didn't go on track, but I have changed some, and I didn't do like 4 gadgets, I did one gadget, what was
Yeah.
jetpack feet, and I tried to not make it confusing. If you can see the arrows,
Yeah.
which go around,
Yeah.
just like there,
I can like understand what's going on a bit more clearly now. You've solved the problem, have you? Like, how have you solved the problem? Have you solved it?
Well, these Zygons, she got, who fell over, it all started when she fell over. And that was a problem, because one of the Zygons were watching. And then she had the jetpack feet, so she got that. And then she flew up to Planet Zog, which tried to help her, which she did, but she got the other hand with her living in her house. And the Zygons died off because she made the wish come true.
Yep. Have you kept it sci-fi?
Sci-fi, yes. I've got jetpack feet. I've got Planet Zog, which is not real.
And like Zygons and things like
Yeah,
that.
Zygons, aliens don't exist. With just basically the whole thing is not real. Like everything floating up to space. Yeah, it's sci-fi. Yeah, mostly everything's sci-fi.
Have you kind of like got an ending?
Kind of. In some of movies and books, they always say one of the characters will always leave behind. They say, "So, did you solve it? Did you do it?" And that was the end of it. So,
Yeah.
Did you solve the problem? Yes, I kind of solved the problem by having someone in my house. The wish came true, and that's my problem.
Overall, I think it was more easy to understand. And I liked how you kept your Zygons and you brought another character in. I think that's like...
Was that better than the first one I did?
Yeah, that was like a good one. I think you've done well in kind of like taking on the advice I'd given you. You kept Planet Zog, which was good because he's like, he kind of, in a way... sci-fi can be funny in a way if you make it funny, and that's what I like about it.
like Planet Zog living in my house. Yeah, I just tried to, I just thought that was a nice
Make
thing
it
to
a
do.
bit more lively.
Yeah, just something interesting to put in there. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it. I think you've done a good job, but there's one like concern because this man, this old homeless man, he helped you in a way, but he kind of didn't journey out with you, and he didn't give you the jetpack.
He wasn't a passenger with me. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't coming everywhere in the story.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that he gave you advice and you had another character in it. That's good. And maybe next time don't have a briefcase with your jetpack shoes. Let the character that sees you, because if you're struggling in the story, the character that meets you then gives you the jetpack shoes or gives you whatever you need.
Does anything I need to take out, improve on?
That's it.
So that is all. Thank you for watching. That was me and Pavan's production. Thank you.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.